Hi cryptic kings and queens, welcome to my channel. In today's episode, in this moment, what we're doing is that we're closing below the previous resistance that we did have before the fake out, which means that this momentum that we have could be a possible fake out, which means that this can take us back down to some lower target. I got two targets on BTC where we could potentially see the market drop from, which means that on the lower time frames, I can still go short on the market because I know that the market will continue down to the levels that I eventually expect the market to reverse back up from. Don't forget, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you the breakdown of what I see on BTC using the previous fake out levels. We're using Fibonacci and we're just breaking down everything from the higher time frames to the lower time frames so we understand what is going on. And don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on BYBIT up to $30,030 by using the link in my description down below my video. This is my own platform that I'm trading myself on. It is a leverage trading platform. You have low fees while you're trading and holding your positions for a longer time, and you also have zero fees when it comes to spot pairs. Another thing that BYBIT does is that if you're using certain tools for the first time, they also give out some extra bonuses that you can get outside the one that you get from me. This is of course also how you are supporting my channel, so I'm always available for you. Claim the best bonus available, linked in my bio. Zooming out on the chart on BTC, we're looking at the weekly, and we obviously have 2 days left and 6 hours before this weekly candlestick is closing. But at this time, what we're doing is that we're almost closing below the previous fake out and resistance level at 21,000 and I would say 22k. And if the market closes like this, then this will be high probability for myself that I believe that we will continue to at least some lower target. It doesn't mean that we need to have the next momentum down, because we can still see the market giving us one higher low level to continue up if we're following market structure. So one of the levels that I'm looking at when it comes to BTC at the moment is that we could put, if the market continues to drop, we could potentially see the market first of all drop down to 19,200, back down to 18,500k. And if we're zooming out on the 3 monthly chart, it can definitely happen, because if the market does that and we're closing this candlestick within 1 month, then I would not be surprised if the next candlestick will take us up a little bit more, because obviously when we're looking at the higher time frames, it takes so much longer before the candlesticks is closing, because we're looking at the 3 monthly. And if we're looking at the weekly chart, we are at one support at this moment. The market has broken the downtrend. We have this trend line, we're connecting the lower high levels, and we have broken above the last lower high. So we can, instead of see the market drop down to the support, but we're using this based on Fibonacci, but we're also have the supply level that we did break above. This is also of course the last lower high, which means that this can also be between 21,460 and 20,635. We could see the market continue to drop down to potentially retest the previous resistance created as a higher low, continue a little bit more to higher targets, or we will break below this level and we just gonna continue to. First of all, we're obviously looking around in 19k and 18k to see if the market is retesting this support one more time before we potentially can have some more momentum up. This is the overview that I have on BTC at the moment, and of course when we're breaking down everything to the lower time frames, it will be a lot of downside movements at this time. But as long as we have in mind that these are the last the last levels where we could still see the market drop down to, only to give us a reversal pattern around these levels for another bounce to the upside. So remember, we are in a sideways market overall. The market just might need to drop down to the fake out support that we did have before the market kicks up, and based on that we are following structure on the higher time frames. This of course takes so much longer time than if we are looking at the 15 minutes chart when the market is doing the exact same thing, because you have the patterns, the break of structure on every time frame, but it of course depends on what time frame you're waiting for the sideways market to end. And in this case, we are in a sideways market on the higher time frames, which means this can take some time, but we can still trade the market. And at the moment, let us go to the 4-hourly. We did break below this sideways market, the support level. If we're going down to the lower time frames, we're using the Fibonacci the same way that we do on the higher time frames perspective. And if the market is continuing up from here, we just might see the market pull back up to 22,182 and 22,343, because what we're doing at this point is that we are retesting the previous resistance, which means that even if the market will continue to lower target, it will still give you lower lows and lower highs to the targets below. So this is why we're using the Fibonacci. And if the market pumps back up to this level, this is where we can see the reverse, but we can also adjust the Fibonacci depending on what lower high you're using it from. So we can also see a bounce between 22,505 and 22,735 for a potential retest. So if you start to see that the market is breaking above this little lower high level at 21,926, then most likely you will see the market retest these levels. And it's very important around these levels that we start to see the market giving you the reverse down, so I can catch a sell opportunity, a short position down here, and then just continue to short the market until we are reaching the levels that I spoke about, because from here we just might see the market reverse back up once again. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time or when I do have my daily updates. What do you think will happen right now on BTC? What do you see and why? Have a good day. Bye!